In places where I'm very weak, I'm open to my business partner and I say, listen, bro, when it comes to numbers, from school, I hated numbers. And he'll say, okay, Dex, let's sit down, let's do it this way. And, it helps me. In that way, he's mentoring me to do what I have to do. How's it, guys? Thank you for joining us again. I'm Dexter.
And I'm Mpumi.
And together we're the AtcharGuys. Guys, if you watched our last video, you would have known we were talking about pretending, acting, trying to be something that you definitely are not, right?
Guys, so the context of this video is going to be around when we started this business, which has been running, and we've been running it now for 5 years.
We were fortunate, the Lord provided somebody to be with us when we were starting this business. So there was 3 partners when Okubabayo started. It was not just us.
Yeah.
We were fortunate enough to have somebody who was a little bit older, who had done business, experienced some stuff, and he was not making the mistakes that we were making. Okay? Because we were making a lot of mistakes. As we said previously, all the businesses that we started they began and ended at Cipro. That was the beginning and the end of those businesses.
One of the things that is so interesting, like when you're starting a new business or when you're in a new area, a new space, one thing that is guaranteed, guys, is inexperience, right?
Yeah.
So like when you're starting a new business, and especially if it's in a new industry, one thing that you can guarantee is that you don't know everything.
And the thing is, guys, no matter what we're being told, not knowing is okay.
Yeah.
Not knowing is okay. I think we start businesses, or we want to start businesses, and we assume that we have to know everything, and you don't actually have to know everything. That's actually a humbling experience to know that you don't know everything. So one of the things that was something that we had to learn was to humble ourselves and open ourselves up to the idea of being told in our own business. And even though we're in a business together, we had to allow for each other to be able to learn and humble ourselves to being able to receive that information.
Think about it, right? You're starting a new business, or this is your business, and the one thing about it being your business is that it's your business.
It's mine. Yeah.
And the issue is that when it's your business, right, and because you know everything, you leave no room to grow.
No one can teach a person that knows. If you already know, what am I actually teaching you?
Exactly.
That was one of the things that we had to learn, is let's be open to having somebody teach us, even though he's your partner.
Yeah.
And you may see yourselves as equal.
Yeah.
He has experiences that you don't have.
Exactly.
So it is worth it for you to open your ears and allow him to be able to teach you stuff. And I mean, look, we learned a massive amount from the mentor that we got. We were just fortunate that he was older and he had done this before successfully. So he was able to say, guys, this direction, that direction. And had he found us 5 years prior, we probably would have said, please don't give us directions. We know exactly what we're up to. But he found us at a time where we were down and out, and we had tried what we could have tried, and the Lord had really brought us to our knees, and we were ready to learn.
One of our key learnings, especially when we started this business, really came from allowing our partner and mentor to do his work.
There's nothing wrong with allowing the person who's strongest in that field to push you forward. We had to allow the person who has more experience in running a business, who has more experience in starting a business, and who knows what it actually looks like and what it takes. We had to allow that in that time, he would lead us, and we were grateful for that. And his part was to be patient, and our part was to be humble and throw pride aside and allow him to input and tell us what to do next.
And to learn really quickly. You literally need to be postured in the right way, but not only postured in the right way, you also need to be ready to learn and learn fast.
Because guys, the one thing that you don't escape is work. You'll never escape work. And one thing that was very difficult for us to understand is that when we sleep, so does our business.
Exactly.
And our mentor was like, after work, which we all had our day jobs, he'd phone us at like 5 and be like, guys, it's time to go to the office. And we'd be like, go to the office? We just come from an office. And he'd be like, guys, I'm going to see you there in an hour.
So now imagine, from our perspective, we are working in ordinary jobs, right? 9 to 5. And you're thinking that, this business thing is going to happen sort of by some magic, right? But
Big Bang Theory.
It's not really going to happen by some magic. It has to happen. One of the things that we learned is that the work has to be done somewhere. So your day job takes care of the bills, and this new business is something that you are chasing, right? And one of the things that we learned was that the work, when is it going to be done if you've got a day job? And it's going to be done after hours. Think about this. We were working normal day jobs, 9 to 5.
Yep.
And then this business was only starting between 6 and 3 in the morning.
Our office hours was like 6 and 3 in the morning. It was an interesting time. I mean, Mpumi had, had a newly born son, Jess, my godson. I had just been married. So I mean, guys, it's not like we had the time, but that mentor taught us how to make time for these things.
When you're starting a business, a lot of the time you want to show people that you're working. You want to have something to show, right? Like to show people that, okay, I'm busy with this and I'm working on that. One of the things that we learned is that the real work's actually happening when no one is looking.
Our office hours was 6 p.m. to 3 a.m. in the morning, and at that time, like, nobody is awake to see what you're doing. Was because we wanted to show people that I am actually working. I want you to know that but it's not about that. When you're starting a business, guys, there's a lot of things that are going to happen in the background that nobody's watching. You're not going to get gratitude for them. You're not going to get applause. There's no pat on the back. If you're fortunate enough to have partners like we did, the three of us, then yes, you will have people who can pat you on the back and say, you know what you did today was great. But other than that, you're not going to be getting that from the public because everything's going to be done in secret, especially if you have a day job like we did. Everything was done like at midnight. We want you to keep interacting with us. Let us know, is this your experience? Are we talking something that you may have not experienced, or maybe somebody who has? Drop it in the comments. Ask us some questions about what was happening around that time, so we can get into more detail about it.
If you know something about sleeping very late, right? Let us know. Like, when is the latest time that you sleep? Let us know. Because I think we took it as far as
not sleeping.
So,
and then showering and going back to work the next day. So
let's see if you can beat that.
If you can beat that, we've got physical proofs. So if you can beat that, we'd love to know.
In this building a business thing, like, you really just need to be prepared to be stretched. Right? Because the thing is, if you're not prepared to be stretched, you'll stay the same size, right? And the thing is, if you're the same size that you were when you started, after your first year, you're not big enough. You need to be stretched, right? And I think that's one of the lessons that we were forced to learn.
We took the time to allow our mentor to stretch us, and stretch us he did. We never ever got to his level, right? But we were fortunate enough to take a lot of learnings from him, and it wasn't easy. Let's not sell you a picture as if he was trying to teach us stuff and we were like, we've got it today. Yes, let's do it. No, we dragged our feet. It was not easy, and we had to kind of motivate each other to do it. So let us know if you have that kind of interaction with anybody. If you have a mentor out there who's trying to assist you, and you finding it very difficult sometimes to kind of listen to what they say because they put you in a very uncomfortable position. It's natural and it's normal. If you're going to be an entrepreneur, guys, one thing that we can guarantee from our own learnings, it's gonna stay being uncomfortable because nothing is the same. One of the mottos that we use in our business is no 2 days the same. Those who have met us will know that we say this all the time. If you come into the Okubabayo building, there's no 2 days the same.
So guys, some of you are looking at us saying, okay, cool, thanks guys, we need a mentor. But the question is, like, how do you find a mentor? Like, where do you go, and like, is there like a directory for mentors? No.
So guys, what we're going to tell you is, we can only tell you from our experience what we got, right? I think we were fortunate enough in that our mentor, he was a business partner, a very close friend, and that's how we developed the relationship. I don't even know if he knew that he was mentoring us at the time, but he was. Back in the day, before this Okubabayo hours, when we had multiple businesses, as we said in the previous video, no one was willing to help us, and we were very dumbfounded by the fact that no one wanted to help us, But the problem is, you can't help a person that knows everything, and we knew everything. I mean, so there was no one, no one would come across and try and tell us what to do, because, if you try, we would tell you, no, relax, you don't actually know what's happening in my business. So I think we've got the idea that a mentor is this guy who has to be with you day to day, every single day, and, has to follow. Guys, a mentor can be a person who you've just met now. I mean, we mentor each other. On a daily basis. In places where I'm very weak, I'm open to my business partner and I say, listen, bro, when it comes to numbers, from school, I hated numbers. And he'll say, okay, Dex, let's sit down, let's do it this way. And, it helps me. In that way, he's mentoring me to do what I have to do.
So guys, the essence of what we're trying to say is that a mentor is not one shape fits all, right? I think a mentor is really, in terms of entrepreneurship and starting a business, a mentor is going to take the form of the person who can assist you to go further and beyond the level that you're currently at. And the only way for that to happen is for your posture to be correct. Now, you need to posture yourself in such a way that you're saying, okay, I'm ready to learn. Normally, the mentors will find themselves by you. You will find them, they will find you. And because you're postured correctly, you'll be able to take those learnings and take them fast.
The mentor's responsibility to try and teach you, but it is your responsibility to be open enough to receive the teaching.
Guys, we just want to thank you so much. If you've made it to this part of the video, congratulations. You should pat yourself on the back. Thank you for staying for so long, guys. Let us know that you made it this far by putting in the comments, Mama, I made it. Right? And then you let us know that you got this far. Thank you so much for tuning in. And guys, let's not forget to like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit that notification bell as well, just so that every single week when we release videos, you'll be able to get them first, right? You don't want to lose out on that.
No, you don't. So guys, from the AtcharGuys, Ibaba Kamnand.